Hello, welcome to Here We Go. In this introductory lesson, let's talk about the rule on illegal moves. So previously we learned that you can capture stones on the board, like this. Right? So when the stones have no liberties left, then they must be removed from the board. So the question now is, can black make this move back into this intersection? And if I try this on this Go software, Sabaki, it reminds me that it is an illegal move. So let me go to edit mode and put a black stone in here. So you'll actually never ever see this pattern in an actual Go game because it doesn't exist, right? Because black has made an illegal move. So what's illegal about this is that we learned that any stone with no liberties left must be removed from the board, and this black stone has no liberties left. So it does not belong in this intersection. That's why this move is illegal, because it is suicide and meaningless. So no Go software will allow you to do this, and if you try this in actual games, you'll be penalized by a few points at the end. So similarly, point A will be an illegal move for black, and point B will be an illegal move for white, because you place a stone in there, there'll be no liberties left. However, point A is not illegal for white. If white plays here, then these four stones still have liberties on the outside, so it's perfectly for white to play here, but it is illegal for black. Similarly, if black plays B, it's also okay because it has liberties on the outside. It's just that a white stone cannot be placed at B. Now the question is points C and D. So this is the pattern, right, when two white stones are just captured. So can white place a stone at C or D? And the answer is yes, right? If I place a white stone at C, then point D is that one remaining liberty for this white stone. By the same token, if you play at D, then point C is the remaining liberty. However, if white attempts to occupy both points, then that will be illegal. The second move will be illegal, right? Because once played, these two stones will have no liberties left. But if you only play one, then there will be one remaining. So the definition of an illegal move really has two parts. So we talked about the first parts here. So if you place a stone that has no liberties left, right, that's illegal. And the second part is about whether or not you can capture your opponent's pieces. So if you can capture, then it's legal. If you cannot capture and has no liberties, then it is illegal. So let's look at a few examples. So let's look at this first. So for each pattern, we ask two questions. Number one, is it legal for black? And number two, is it legal for white? So I think for problem A, first question would be easy. Is it legal for black? Of course, we can capture this stone by placing a black stone here. So it's okay for black to play. But is it okay for white, right? We just looked at this pattern. It seems very similar. But the difference is here in this pattern, if you look carefully, these three black stones have only one liberty left, and that one liberty is point A, right? So if you're white, if you place at point A, what happens is that you capture these three stones. So if you can capture your opponent's stones, then it is legal. So it is also legal for white to play at A. Now let's look at B, right? B is similar. You might think it's similar to this pattern we saw earlier, right? But it's actually the reverse. Here, white is completely surrounded by black. And point B is actually white's only remaining liberty, meaning if black plays here, occupying white's remaining liberty, white will be captured. So it is perfectly fine for black to do this because it captures white. That's white's remaining liberty, right? In this pattern, black is not surrounding white. So if black plays here, all these four white stones are still alive. They have liberties on the outside. But here it's different. And second question for problem B is that can white go here? And the answer is no, because this is white's remaining liberty. If white plays here, then there's no liberties left on the outside, and thus B would be actually suicide for white in this problem. And similarly in C, right? You would think it's similar to the pattern here, but it's also the reverse, because black is surrounded by white. So if white plays here, it can capture black. So it's okay for white to play here, but it's not okay for black to place a stone here. All right, so that illustrates the second point about illegal moves. Okay, so I know this might be a little confusing, but trust me, once you start practicing, once you see more patterns, it'll be pretty intuitive. If you still feel confused, feel free to watch this video again or go to some other resources to try to understand. But as you go along, this won't be a problem at all. Thank you for watching.